Hello, everybody. It's Justin, yeah, or something like that. So, what the Lord is saying now is that I think this is pretty interesting. He's saying that He wants you to come alongside with Him on this journey, because He started, and He's essentially saying that you can come with me on this journey, or you can just be like, nah, what I want and what I want to do is so much more important than what you want to do, because, why would I want to, have something interesting happen to me in my life and be useful for the kingdom and fulfill the purposes of me being a servant and, serving Jesus? Why would I want to do something like that? So, I'm trolling a little bit, I'm sorry. But He's saying that He wants you to come along with Him. He's saying it started, and He wants you to come along. And He's saying that you can, but you ain't got to. He says He's going to accomplish it by His own hand anyway. And so that kind of gets into the area of, God always partners with somebody because He's not going to go against His word. What He did at the beginning was that He gave over dominion to mankind, so therefore He partners with mankind in order to accomplish what He's going to accomplish. Otherwise, He's going back on His word. So therefore, the invitation needs to be accepted before He intervenes. So therefore, that's why He's always partnered with somebody. Whether it be Moses, whether it be Abraham, whoever. He always partnered with somebody in order for His will to be accomplished in the earth, because it was given to a person that is a spirit inside of a dirt body. That's what a human being actually is. And now you know why He sent His Son inside of a dirt body. He's put His spirit inside of a dirt body, and then went ahead and walked around and lived there for 30 some odd years. Also doing that too in the Old Testament as well, in terms of the wrestling match and things like that. So all these things are things that God does within His law, and He's going to accomplish in His own purposes and things like that. But when He says that He's going to do it on His own, there are parts even in Exodus, aka names, Judy and Talmud, that He does these things virtually by Himself. So Moses is like, what have I got to do? And then God's like, I'm going to do these things. Bam, 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 bam. So He still had a partner, but He had that one partner. He wanted to have multiple partners. He actually wanted to side with everyone when there's Mount Sinai, in that whole incident in terms of, the Ten Commandments and things like that, the people were like, we can't take any more of God's voice, so Moses, you go ahead up to this mountain, and then you tell us what to do, and then we'll follow what it is that God tells us what to do. But that wasn't really what God really wanted. He wanted to speak to everyone directly, which is why He started speaking to everyone directly. So, there's that whole issue in terms of, God accomplishing these things by Himself and for Himself and things like that, but He wants to have multiple servants. He wants to have this relationship. He wants for the seed to die in the ground so that more will pop up like it, which is what Jesus did to begin with. So He wants you to be a servant and to say yes to His plan. He doesn't want to condense it down to one. Even though a lot of times in history we've seen that one person put a seed, and then another person cultivated, and then another person, throughout generations or whatever, during the Reformation or whatever it may be. We see this thing happen continuously throughout church history. And I don't mean to relegate it only to like the Western version of church history, but church history nonetheless. So He wants us to partner with Him, and we just gotta stop this whole idea that is going to be horrible and have us out there butt naked in the desert somewhere. That's not what it's going to be. It's going to be way different. It's not going to be comfortable, but your comfort a lot of times is what's killing you. It's killing your relationships, killing your productivity, killing even your masculinity, and killing your femininity sometimes. Just being comfortable with what the enemy has placed on you for all this time. Just being comfortable and all that. So let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. So come alongside with Him. Be a servant of the Lord. Say yes to Him. And I've just been noticing that over the past couple of episodes that He's just been saying, say yes to this, say yes to this, be a servant, say yes to this, say yes to this. I'm doing these things, say yes to this. I want you to come alongside with me, say yes to this, keep saying yes to this, say yes to this. And it's just, you're not going to get rid of your fears by not confronting them. The only way to get rid of fear is through confrontation. That's it. So if you're afraid to follow what God is saying for you to do, the only way you're going to get over that fear is to just follow what He's asking you to do. And you'll be fine. Have you ever not been fine? Like, seriously, have you ever not been fine? You may have said no to some junk that you didn't need to begin with, but that's different from that being okay. You know? That's way different from that being okay. So, again, you hear the word from God. When He tells you to do something, verify it first with the Bible. Verify it first through the Bible. And then you begin to talk to other people and say that, I feel as though God was saying this to me. Can you pray about it? Give you some revelation. Pray with me about it, etc., etc. If you're Pentecostal, then you're kind of like, okay, did He say the same thing to you? Yep. Okay, all right. But only after you go to the Word. Would God say that? Would He do that? Etc., etc. Remember, do not confuse the Western version of God with who He actually is in the Bible. Two separate things. This is why atheists have such a problem with, it's like God's going to be your best friend, and He's got the Superman that's perfectly on your personal dial. And it's kind of like, well, how come Superman didn't save my mom from dying of cancer? You see what I'm saying? Like, when you present God that way, as being your best buddy or whatever, or you present God as being, this horrible tyrant, that He should always be just like not fearful in terms of the highest Jewish understandings of fear, in terms of meaning respect, and fearing that, in terms of what God can do to you, the enemy or whoever else can't do squat to you compared to what God can do to you. So having that kind of understanding is good with fear. But this weird understanding that, He's this stern white dude, up in the clouds with a beard, pointing his finger at you, in terms of conviction, wanting to send you to hell all the time. Not the case either. So, I have to read about who He actually is in the Bible and see whether or not that is something that He would say or request of you to do, and find examples of that in the Bible when He tells you to do something. Say, what's an example of that in the Bible? Make sure you say it in context. Make sure you read it in context. Test the Spirit to see if they are from God. So yes, it's going to be better than what you got right now, which is a bunch of mediocrity disguised as a good time. You know that deep down inside that you want more than that. So, I just might as well say yes to Him. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. Shoot. And get out of the prayer of, Lord, please bless my mediocrity so that I can escape your greater plan. That's a prayer I hear a lot. Lord, please bless my mediocrity so that I can escape your greater plan for my life. I don't think He wants to do that anymore. So let's not ask Him to anymore. Let's give Him something that He wants. Let's love the Lord back. He said that He wants to give this to you. He wants you to join Him on this journey. He wants that for you. Let Him have it. Let Him have it. It's not like He hasn't, if he did have to earn anything, it's not like, he hasn't earned it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Just let Him have it. If He wants to heal you, let Him heal you. If He wants to bless you, let Him bless you. Lord, I don't need all that, I'm just a simple man. Shut up. Let Him bless you. Jeez. Calm down with your self-righteousness. So anyway, it's my time. I'm going to speak this over you guys. That you're going to grow in that revelation that God's going to be giving you and is continuing to give you. And there's going to be a great harvest for those things. And that you're receiving that harvest. You're receiving that harvest not for just you, but for the people around you. In Jesus' name. Alright guys, follow me in the links in the description below. God bless, take care, and thank you once again to my Patreon supporters. It means so much to me. Just look at them. Just look at these people. Just look at it.